Hello everyone from the Offensive 6 channel. Today, I will be doing a pre-match analysis of Chelsea versus Newcastle United match. If your coffee is ready, let's start with the expected lineups. As usual, Sanchez will play in goal for Chelsea. On the left side, Cucurella will start, having served his suspension last week. In defence, Fofana and Colwill will play, while on the right, Reece James was deployed against Liverpool out of necessity. However, I believe he still needs some time to reach full fitness. For this reason, I expect Gusto to start again this week. In the 6th position, Caicedo will play and Enzo will be in the 8th. I'm torn between two players for the left wing. Last week, the coach's plan focused on Sancho, but he failed to meet expectations. Neto, who came on in the second half, showed a solid performance, so I think the coach will start Neto on the left this week. Palmer will play in the 10th position, with Madueke on the right wing and Jackson as the centre forward. Looking at Newcastle, they have been using a 4-3-3 formation since the start of the season. Pope will be in goal as usual for Newcastle. On the left side of the defence, we'll see Lewis Hall with Burn as the left centre-back, Schär on the right, and Livramento filling in for the injured Trippier on the right back. In the midfield trio, I expect Joelinton, Guimaraes and Tonali to start. For the front three, Barnes on the left wing, Gordon on the right, and Isak as the strikers seem likely. Chelsea needs to win this week to stay in the race after last week's loss to Liverpool. Although Enzo Maresca has stated that the team needs time to compete for the championship, I believe Chelsea's squad should remain in contention until the league's final stages. This match is crucial for them in that sense. Despite winning only one of their last 5 league matches, Newcastle has been performing well. Last week, they lost 1-0 at home to Brighton, but displayed a very effective game, creating countless scoring chances. I'd say that Newcastle's biggest issue this season has been their finishing ability. When we look at the statistics from the Brighton match, we can clearly see this. Newcastle took 21 shots on goal, producing a 2.02 expected goals without a penalty, yet they couldn't score. Over their 8 league matches, Newcastle's total XG stands at 12.13, but they've only scored 8 goals from these opportunities. When we subtract 8 from 12.13, we get a result of negative 4.13, which is known as the XG difference. The XG difference is the gap between the expected goals and actual goals and reflects a team's finishing efficiency. In this context, with a minus 4.13 XG difference, Newcastle United ranks as the 6th lowest team in the league. In Chelsea's 8 matches, their total XG is 17.24, and they've scored 17 goals, showing that they haven't faced much difficulty converting chances. This match is extremely important not only for Chelsea but also for Newcastle. As I mentioned, they've only won one of their last 5 games, so a victory here would be very valuable for them. Currently 9th in the league with 12 points, Newcastle risks drifting away from the top spot if they fail to secure any points in this game. Newcastle's other advantage this season is that they're not playing in the Europa League, so they'll enter the Chelsea match well rested. Although Chelsea is playing in the Conference League, they've been rotating heavily to keep their squad fresh. This season, Chelsea's presence in the Conference League provides them with significant advantages. They can easily rotate due to their deep squad and the fact that they're not facing particularly strong opponents, which helps keep their main squad fresh while keeping backup players match fit. Thus, I'd say Chelsea's primary lineup will also be rested for this match. I expect the first half of this match to be very lively and full of chances, similar to the Brighton game. Even if the score doesn't reflect it, I believe it will be an action-packed match in terms of gameplay. I expect Newcastle to play with aggressive man-to-man pressing as they have in previous games. They have applied this style in all their Premier League matches so far. Newcastle is one of the most effective teams in applying high-pressure man-to-man pressing. Zone defense could be a better choice for them though, since Chelsea has recently excelled against teams pressing high. Last week, Liverpool took note of this and opted for a zonal defense, closing down the central midfield instead of going man-to-man and reaping the benefits. Even though Eddie Howe has this option, I don't think he'll alter his game style. They didn't shy away from pressing high against Manchester City either. Chelsea's primary weapon against this press will undoubtedly be Palmer. He troubled the opponent with his through balls against Brighton. I believe Enzo Maresca will use Palmer for long balls in the build-up phase. I've also noticed that Chelsea uses 2 different formations in matches, specifically with Gusto. Against pressing opponents, Maresca deploys Gusto as an inverted fullback, while against teams using zonal defense, he places Gusto as part of the advanced four. Given that Newcastle will press high in this game, I think we'll see Gusto as an inverted fullback. In summary, this is how I expect Chelsea to line up against Newcastle. Another key player for Enzo Maresca will be Enzo, playing in the 8th position. His diagonal passes behind the defense will be decisive in this game. He played a similar style against Brighton. Another player who could be decisive is goalkeeper Sanchez. In terms of reactions and saves, he's currently one of the league's best goalkeepers, but the same can't be said about his passing quality. His long pass accuracy is one of the lowest in the league, averaging 11 attempts per game with only 3.5 of them being accurate. This translates to a poor long pass accuracy rate of 32%. However, it wouldn't be fair to solely blame Sanchez for this. A goalkeeper's success with long passes also depends on how his teammates position themselves on the field. If there's pressure on the goalkeeper and no passing options are available, he'll naturally resort to hitting the ball forward. Therefore, it's not fair to attribute this low accuracy rate only to the goalkeeper. As the Chelsea team gets to know each other better, I think this rate will improve. Although Chelsea may not be able to line up exactly as desired, Sanchez should not have shown such a low long pass accuracy. I know Sanchez has been working hard on this and will continue to do so. So, what kind of formation can we expect when Newcastle has the ball? First, I want to emphasize that Newcastle is not a team that plays a possession-based game. Looking at their possession rates in the first 8 weeks of the Premier League, we see they average around 49%. They are also not a team that tries to build from the back. Therefore, I believe we will see a lot of long balls played forward from the defense in this match. When they have the ball, they aim to score by utilizing long balls forward and then applying intense pressure to regain possession. Now, how does the Newcastle team line up when they have the ball? Let's take a look. As you can see on the screen, Newcastle United is a team that likes to use the width of the pitch. It's also likely that we'll see their attacking players constantly swapping positions during the match. The player who most often comes to collect the ball from the defense is Guimaraes. However, we can also see Tonali and Joelinton dropping deep to receive the ball at times. Looking at the players on the left flank, we see that they frequently switch positions among themselves. Sometimes it's Joelinton who hugs the touchline on the left, and other times it's Harvey Barnes. Newcastle United is a team that enjoys playing this versatile game. To summarize, I expect the Chelsea and Newcastle match to be very dynamic and full of chances. Especially since both teams will play with high and man-to-man pressing, it will make the match even more lively. I believe both teams will enter the match with a strong desire to secure 3 points and will place extra importance on this game to avoid falling behind in the competition.